No. No.
Okay. Homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, worthy one, and fully enlightened one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today we are going to discuss another beautiful sutta. I think I sent this link yesterday too late at night. I'm not sure you got this. You got this to read. This sutta called Kasī Sutta also says kasī-bhāradvāja sutta. This sutta belong to connected discourses, Samyutta Nikaya. In Sagata Vagga. This is very interesting, dramatic. I'm pretty sure you're going to like this. Let's see. Evam meshutang ekan samyam bhagavam magadesu viharati dakkina grismin ekanalayam brahmanagami. When this happened, Buddha was living in the Magadha state. And there was a mountain area called Dakkina Giri, the southern mountain area. And there was a temple called Dakkinagirismi, Dakkinagiri temple, and Buddha was lived there. Then there was a village close by that called Ekanala. The village name is Ekanalaya. The Brahmins lived there. The Brahmins, you know, Brahmins in the ancient time in India, the high clan people, religious people. They are the spiritual leaders, very powerful. Advice to the, give opinion to the king. And they are not Buddhist, and they are Brahmins. They believe Brahmanism, and they worship to the god Brahma. And then Buddha was living there, and that at that time the Kasī, this Brahmin named Kasī, and he organized plowing ceremony. Plowing in the paddy field. This
Cultivate.
Yes, the start to plowing.
Break soil.
Yes, called plowing. It's a ceremony. Plowing ceremony. It was very interesting incidents when Buddha Siddhartha, after his born, few very young age, there was his father, King Suddhodana, organized the ceremony. It's happening. It's a ceremony when they begin that. plowing. And little Siddhartha was under a tree. They keep him under a tree, and father and mother and all other people was keep the ceremony, the starting of the farming. And the little Siddhartha started to meditate. That's a big incident and story in Buddhist history. Then this kasī-bhāradvāja, a Brahman, organized that ceremony, plowing, and then while they work, they take a break for lunch, food. Now the farmers sitting, then Brahmans and his wife and all others, and then start to feeding them. Then Buddha came at that time to the paddy field, to that ceremony, for begging food with bowl. This Brahman wasn't happy much about it. And then he said, Buddha, aham ko samana kasāmica vapāmica kasitvaca vapitvaca bunjāmi. Tvampi samana kasassuca vapassuca kasisvata vapitvaca bunjasu. The Brahman said, Buddha, the recluse, I'm a farmer. I plowing and sowing, then eating. You too, plowing and sowing, then eat. Right? He's a farmer, he do farming things. Then he do hard work for get food, prepare rice. The farming is not an easy thing, right? It's a long, yes, a day and day to night and a few months. It's a big process of working to get rice to the table. It's not easy. He spend a lot of money and get big tired to do these things. Just Buddha came with bowl and begging food. It is very easy, isn't it? Right? That's why this Brahman said, I'm a farmer, I do plowing and sowing, then I eat. You too do plowing and sowing, then eat. What Buddha's answer? Let's see. Buddha said, ahampiko brahmana kasāmica vapāmica kasitvaca vapitvaca bunjāmi. Yes, me too. I too plowing and sowing. I haven't plowed and sowed, eat. And Buddha said, I'm a farmer too. Then he said, Nako, mayam passam bhota gotamasu yugangwa nangalamo. You are saying you are a farmer, you claimed as a farmer, but we can't see any your yoke, plow, or even the balivade oxen to use plowing, and even the instrument of the farming things. We can see. Where is your oxen? Where is your yoke? Where is your plow? And then these things. How do you do farming without those things? Now you're curious, huh? Buddha said, I'm a farmer. Yes, I do plowing and sowing, sowing the seeds, sowing. Then I do the things what you do. Then I eat. But he came here with bowl and begging food. You saying you are farmer and do plowing and sowing. Where is your things, instruments? Then Buddha explained it now. Saddha bijan tapo vutti panya me yuganangala. Hiri isa mano yottang satime pala pachana. And Buddha said, Shraddha, devotion, is my seed. Seeds? My seeds are devotion, Shraddha. Satim, tapo vutti, my austerity, is the rain. Austerity is a practice, right? Practice as ascetic. Spiritual practices is the rain. Then
I don't understand what you just said. Spiritual practice is the rain?
yes,
Okay.
his devotion is the seed. His practice is the rain.
Gotcha.
Panya me yuganangalang, my wisdom is the yoke and plow. Hiri isa manoyottang, conscience, moral saying, is my pole, and the concentration, samadhi, is my strap. Mindfulness is my plowshare and goat. Goat used the lead the cows.
Yep.
And what Buddha going to say, tell him? Then Buddha saying him, the devotion, saddha, that's a big topic in Buddhism. That's the first step of this spiritual practice. This is spiritual practice, first step is saddha, a devotion. That devotion arising in our mind when we understand the Buddha and his quality. When we understand the quality of Dhamma, the true quality of Dhamma, true quality of Buddha. Buddha is the Arahant, fully enlightened one. Arahant, pure-minded, eradicated defilements, pure-minded one. Buddha is enlightened one, fully enlightened one. Then we understand in Buddha like this way, then devotion arises. Buddha is enlightened one. I want to be enlightened too. I should follow him. Buddha have 9 qualities, Then when someone understands Buddha's these qualities as they really are, that's the first one is a pure-minded, no anger, no ill will, no craving, no lust, no ignorance in his mind. So all eradicated, pure, very pure. Then that's a pure-minded, a fully enlightened. Then when we understand, we have devotion here about Buddha. What about Buddha's teaching? It's swakkhatu. Buddha has proclaimed the teaching perfectly. There are anything wrong with teaching. It's very perfect, complete. And the swakkhatu bhagavata dhamma sanditthiko, it can experience in this very life. When we practice that teaching, we can get result in this very life. In this very life, sanditthika. It's called sanditthiko. We can experience right here when we practice. We don't want to stay until die and born somewhere else. We can experience the result of practice. Teaching is right here. It's called swakkhatu. Akaliko. It's a timeless teaching. We can apply to our life any time. When we understand these qualities of Dhamma, opanayika means we have to practice in here, within us, not somewhere else. It's called opanayika. This Buddha's teaching, we have to practice and develop right here. Nothing anywhere else. And pacchattam veditabbo vinyuhi, we have to understand according to our intuition. When we understand this teaching is like this, we have devotion about these teachings. Then when devotion that's the first step. and then we come into come into the practice. We start. One other sutta explaining, saddha jato upasankamati. If someone have devotion and he come to see Buddha, he come to listen to Dhamma, he come to see the enlightened ones, disciples. Saddha jato upasankamati. Upasankametva pairupasati. When they have devotion, they come. Having come, they start to associate, make kind of friendship. Then you had a devotion, you came first, you get in to that from that door, through that door, very first day. Maybe you had something better. I have heard about Buddhism quite pretty good. Let's see. That devotion, whatever you had, that saddha, pleasant idea. If you had idea, this is not a good place, Buddhism not so good, you never come back. You never come in. You had just for a pleasant idea about the Buddha and his teaching and practice meditation, then you get in. You came in first day, then you got to associate. Then paripashitva sotang odahati. Then when you get to associate, then you start to listen. That's what happened to you. You came in because of your pleasant and devotion, slight of devotion. Then you get to associate. When you associate, you start to listen and listen. Now you're listening, right? Then you can't stop coming here on Saturdays. Isn't it? Yeah, you know maybe. Then start to listen, then after listening, then you start to practice. That's how we develop. Then saddha, devotion, the first step. And there's another 7 treasurers. In Buddhism, there are 7 treasurers. You know, treasure, wealth. The greatest wealth in the world are 7th wealth and treasurers. Money not included to it. You may worry about you spend your whole life to accumulate that wealth. Money and the houses, lands, vehicles, gold, gems, but they are not belong to these treasurers. The first treasurer is saddha. Saddha dhanam, sila dhanam. First treasure is saddha, devotion. When you have devotion, then you are going to have a second treasure, sila dhanam, morality. Morality practice, spiritual practice, morality. These treasures lead you to until freedom, liberation, and enlightenment. Whatever treasure now you accumulate, money and things take you almost to down and down and down. Maybe you go high, but spiritually, that treasure, when we develop greedy, craving, so jealous, so many things grow in, and some people use that treasure as right way to practice generosity and something like that and develop a spirituality. But this saddha is the first treasurer, that's the most important part, and so devotion. And Buddha said, this is my seed. The farmer needs a seed, right? He have to seed. The seed is the most important thing after plowing, and he sowing the seeds. And Buddha's seeds is the devotion. And Buddha said, my austerity practice is the vutti, rain. When you put the seed, but no rain, what's going to happen? Seed never going to plant. We need a rain. That's why people before plowing, they prepare the right time In winter, no. It's never going to happen. Right? Winter, we can't do that. And people find out the right time, maybe in the summer. Spring. Yeah, in Sri Lanka, our countries have a culture, Yava and Yava and Maha. 2 times we do farming 2 times, Yava and Maha. Huh? Yala. Oh, no, Yava, I'm sorry. I'm not a farmer. Yeah, Yala and Maha. Yes, and because the Yala and Maha in our countries, that's the time of rainy time. Because the paddy field is a huge land, nobody can plow in water. And we take water from the rivers and we have a canal system, irrigation system for the farming. But sometimes then we can have irrigation because without the rain, when rain happens, then all lakes getting full. Then irrigators take water from the lake to the field. Then vutti is most important thing, and vutti helps to develop and plant in the seeds. What's the vutti? It's the practice. You have devotion, then put into practice austerity. Panya me yuganangala. Wisdom is my yoke and plow. Yoke and plow. Panya is in Buddhism is the important thing. Panya. In the one of sutta in Digha Nikaya, Sangiti Sutta, explain 3 types of panya we do have. 3 types of panya. One is the suttame panya. When we learning, we getting kind of wisdom by reading, by listening to teachers, by listening to someone else, and reading, watching, and studying, we getting knowledge, right? It's called suttame panya. And the second one is the chintame panya. And we getting wisdom by thinking. The thinking is not about what we learn. Thinking is we think and think. People think and prepare the light, prepare the electricity, prepare the vehicles and airplanes, aircrafts. They never learned. They think about it. They prepare the computer. The who think especially and they produce something. They find the special thing. So, the thinking is called the second panya. Most people have the learn, suttame panya, they know whatever they learn, nothing else. Whatever they learn, they keep talking about it. They're arguing about it, what they learn. They're going to fight with others, what they learn, what they read on the books. That's all. They think I'm the best. I don't know, because I have read a lot of books. I have watched and heard so many things. I have educated. I have a bachelor degrees, master degrees, PhDs, double PhDs. I'm the best. That's only one. Knowledge is called just learned from someone else. We learn from someone else or from books. The second wisdom is the whoever individually and himself develop intuition and think how could if I do this way, maybe result could be like that, and he try. It's never going to happen, and he's going to find out some other way, right? Newton was sleeping under an apple tree. Then one day the apple falling into, I don't know, onto his head or to his head or somewhere else. But he started thinking, that's what the people say, that's what he think. Why this apple falling here? Why it's not going up? Why it come down? Then he found the gravity. It's something like that they think in a special way. The people find something is good. That's the second knowledge. But the third one is the most important thing. It's called Bhavana me panya. A wisdom arises from meditation. That's the enlightenment. It is special. Who is thinking in a special way, they still finding something new things. But wisdom comes through the meditation. That's the enlightenment. That's the highest knowledge. But people who is learn a little bit by reading some books and watching and reading, then going to argue and fight, who is especially think something, they're not going to argue, but they are special, quiet, good. But who is meditate, they're never going to argue. Don't argue. If you argue, we understand who you are. Then panya is the yoke and a plow. The plow what plow do? Is dig the floor, right? Dig the floor and turn the soil. Turn the soil. Dig the floor and turn the soil. When that's the most important thing to put the seed. It's a lot of works. Then turn the soil and make them chops and then put the water and make them watery. Then to use something like flat things to make it very flat and watery. The yoke do the hard part, plowing. It's the wisdom do the plowing. That's the most important. Buddha used that. Panya and my yoke and plow. And hiri isa manoyotang. Conscience, moral, shame and fear for do bad things, wrong things, is my strap. Pole. And the concentration, samadhi, concentration is my strap. That strap used to tie oxen to the yoke, right? The samadhi keep things firmly, not release, right? And satime palapachanam, mindfulness is the plowshare and the goat. What the goat do? When they beat the oxen to take there. Mindfulness keep you on the track, not let you go air. Mindfulness, focus, mindfulness, the 4 types of mindfulness, right? Contemplation on body, feeling, mind, and phenomena. That's mindfulness. This is the practice. Then Buddha said, Kaya gutto, vachi gutto, ahare udaroyato. I restrain from body, control and practice, restrain from body, and restrict my body and speech. Right? That's a morality, practice of morality. Not to kill, stealing, something like that. Restrain bodily actions, bad actions, avoiding from the bodily bad actions and verbal bad actions. I don't say anything wrong to people to hurt anyone else. Don't tell lies, not slanders, harsh words, not annoying words, speech. Very nice, quiet, friendly, lovely, heartiest speech. Make them others happy. And Buddha said, I restrict bodily and verbal actions, and ahare udaroyato, control my stomach. I control my stomach and food, not very greedily and to fill my stomach. Buddha said, I control, moderate. My eat is moderate. I eat to live, not live to eat. Yeah, that's what Buddha said. And satyam karomi niddhanam. I use truth as my seed to cut the harvest. And that's the Buddha's truthfulness is the seed to cut off the harvest. And soracham me pamochana. Enlightenment is my liberation. And then enlightenment is my liberation. And Buddha saying again, Viryam me duradorayam, the effort, yoga kema divahanam, until to attain nibbana enlightenment, gachatya ani vattantang, going without stopping. Yattagantwana sochati, the place where we having come and no sorrow. The Buddha keep effort until to attain to the place where never have sorrow and grief or pain or suffering. It's the Nibbana. Until to attain to Nibbana, without stopping, I keep my effort, accomplish that Nibbana. And eva mesa kasī-katta sāhoti amataphala. I do farming like this. Having farmed like this, I get my fruit. My fruit is the amataphala, deathlessness, liberation, freedom. Having farmed like this, I get freedom from suffering, sabba dukkha pamucchati, and I get the freedom from suffering having farming like this. Right? Then whose farming is the best? Whose farming is the best? Buddha's farming or the kasī-bhāradvāja's farming? Buddha's farming. You know what kasī-bhāradvāja do? He have to farm in the yala, in the spring. Again, only once a year they have to farm.
Yeah.
Once a year,
Yeah.
but we can do twice a year. But still we import rice from other countries. But here is once a year, but they export to other countries. That's weird.
It's not once a year.
Yes, political things. This kasī-bhāradvāja have to farm again and again. Then he farming in the paddy field. Then he gets so tired and pay people others and make them happy. And he have to take care of them cows. And he have to wash them, bathe them, clean them, and take him back to the yard and keep them and feed them. And he have to get rest himself and take care of the wife and children, and he have to protect the paddy field from other things. A lot of works. But he keep doing it again and again and again and again. But Buddha did it once, right? Buddha had the seed, austerity, and used the wisdom, devotion, austerity, and used the wisdom, and the moral practices, and keep effort until accomplish control the bodily and verbal actions, and this Dhamma, then keep practicing, and mindfulness, concentration, and then Buddha get the harvest. That's the harvest of enlightenment, amataphala, then Buddha done. This is my plowing and farming, and this is my harvest. Then when he said, what kasī-bhāradvāja said? Oh, Bunjatu bhavam gotamo kasako bhavam. Oh yeah, yes, you are a farmer. Please, eat this food. In the beginning, he don't want to offer Buddha. He thought, I'm farming and a lot of works I do. But this recluse came with bowl for begging food and very easily. Then Buddha said, I'm a farmer too. And he understood, yes, Buddha is the farmer. And he got the amataphala enlightenment as a harvest, as fruit. Yes, Gautama, yes, you are a farmer. Please accept this food. Then Buddha said, no. Gata vigitam panudanti Buddha. Buddhas not get food by singing verses. It is not the Dhamma, law of the Buddhas and having singing get food. Then if you want to treat me something else. But the Buddha and the enlightened ones, the disciples, are the paddy field who would like to the sowing the devotion and get result as the enlightenment, liberation. A Buddha and his disciple is the paddy field. Then who want to get merits, they can spend and sow the things, offering things, then it's the merits. Then he said, Abhikantam Bhogotam, dear sir, so excellent, it's excellent, I understand. And he's saying traditionally, explaining Buddha, explaining his devotion and his happiness about Buddha. And you saw me the right way and right path, I understood. Who is in the dark? Then you lighten a lamp. I was in the dark. You make the light in the lamp, then I can see. Chakkumanto rupani dakkinti. Who has eyes, they can see the forms. Likewise, I can see now. Ukkujjitang va nikkujjati. And he says the things was like this. Whatever is, we cannot fall onto it. Now my mind was like this. You make it nikkujjita. You make it upright. Now I can put things here. Now my mind is open to get the things, teachings. And patichannang va mulo maggangachikati. Something like that. Who is miss the right path and go the wrong way, and you took me to the right path. Now I can go in the right way. Because he wasn't the Buddhist, he wasn't happy about Buddha and the beginning, but he completely understand what Buddha said. Then he explaining his devotion and happiness about Buddha. Any questions so far? No question.
Very smart students.
Yes, they are. There's so many, yes.
I had a comment. Production of food is only to maintain the physical body.
Yes.
For a fulfilling life, we need more than physical body.
Yes.
And I think Buddha is feeding the other aspects of our body.
Right. Yeah. Yes, that's right. There's so many incidents like this. The big, who is someone? This door is closed. Please, can you open it? They are here so long time. Once Buddha was keep begging food and went to another the house. His Brahman too, I think. He was sitting and eating. Her wife was serving to him, and she saw Buddha was standing out there for begging food. When the Brahman see Buddha, he is definitely going to offer his food to the Buddha. Then she cover him not to see Buddha. And by covering, she said to Buddha, in head, go. Buddha said, no. And she wasn't accept like that response from the Buddha. She start to make a laugh. Then the man look at her, then saw the Buddha, offering to the food to the Buddha, and Buddha gave teaching, and they was become happy about it. There's another sutta called Udaya Sutta. And then Brahman he's a Brahmin too. Buddha one day visited to his house for begging food, and he was Brahmin, but he's not Buddhist, but they like to offer Atiti Deva, who is coming to home, they like gods, they accept as a god and offer to treat them. Buddha came to his house and he gave a very good food, a full of bowl, and Buddha went. And next day, Buddha came again to his house, and he gave again next day the food to the Buddha. Then the third day also Buddha came right into his house, never go to anywhere else. Buddha came back to him. The people waiting, giving the food to Buddha. Buddha didn't accept, just came to his house. And he gave third time. Having given third time, he said, Pakatta koyan samano gotamo punapunam agacchati. This recluse is so greedy, he coming again and again. And he said that he was very indulged with food, coming again and again, very greedily. Then Buddha used the puna means again and again. Buddha said, puna cheva vapanti bija. You guys again and again sowing the seeds. Puna vasati deva raja. The clouds again and again rains. Then punam kettam kasanti kasaka. The farmers again and again do the farming. And punam danyam upeti rattang. Again and again harvest coming to country, coming to the home. And punam yachaka yachayanti. Beggars again and again begging. Beggars never going to stop begging. Again and again beggars keep begging. Punapunan danapati dadanti, who is giver and give again and again. The giver never stop. But you not stop, right? Keep giving again and again. The beggars begging and givers giving. Beggar never stop begging, giver never stop giving. Punapunan danapati daditva punapunan sagamupentitana. The generous one, having given again and again and going to heaven again and again. And punapunam kiranika duhanti. Who is the milk taker of the cows? He take the milk from the cows again and again. And also the calves, little ones, calves, going to mother again and again for milk. Mother give again and again to the calves milk. And Mandu, the foolish one, not enough wise one, come again and again to the womb. And punapunan jayati miyati, and again birth and die. Then again and again after death take the body to the cemetery. It's wonderful, right? Look at the Buddha's teaching. He said puna again, and this greedy monk come again and again. He indulged with food, come again and again. You know, Buddhas have the schedule every day. Buddha looking at the world. Who is the person I'm going to help today? Who has the meritorious? Has the things have accomplished? Just need my guardians, just my support and help. Then he can attain enlightenment. Buddha going for him. Buddha saw him. That's why Buddha keep coming to him today and tomorrow and again next day. And Buddha keep coming and he keep giving, but he was disappointed. This monk is coming again and again. That's annoyed, greedy. He said puna, and Buddha used that word to teach him something. Yes, punapunam sowing, and punapunam raining, and punapunam farming, punapunam take the harvest, and punapunam the cows going to mother, and punapunam mother give milk. And again and again the beggars begging and givers again and keep giving, and having given again and again, going to again and again heaven. And the foolish one and come again and again to mother's womb and birth again and again and die again and again and take the body to the cemetery again and again. Now you have finished. And Maggancha Ladda Puna Bhai, but the wise one having taken the right path, right teaching, and Jayati Bhuripanyo developed the wisdom. And having taken the right teaching, and he uses intuition and develop his wisdom, then he attained to enlightenment. That Brahman was happy about this teaching, and he understood Buddha's teaching like this. And there's so many stories, you got to read that the whole chapter. There's another sutta called Akkosa. Then Brahmins become Buddhist. Having learned from the Buddha, they become Buddhist followers. Some of them become monks. The other Brahmin wasn't happy about it. Oh, all our Brahmins going to follow Buddha and become monks? One get very angry and came to Buddha and very badly and very bad words, nasty words, scolded very badly. Buddha was silently listening, didn't say anything. And Buddha, can I have one question? And he said, yes. Do you have sometimes visitors into your home, like you invite people and come and what do you do? You treat them well with food? Yes, if someone come to my home, I treat them with food. What about if they not accept your food and they leave back? I'm not going to throw away. I'm going to eat myself. Then you treat me very bad words, I don't accept. Then it is yours. If you said me bull or buffalo or ox or whatever words you use to me, I don't accept. Keep it with you. And Buddha left. It's called Akkosa Sutta in this chapter. And then he was happy with Buddha's patience and wisdom. If someone scolds you very badly, very angrily, you never say anything different things. You was looking at or maybe smiling, you left. What's happened to that guy? What happened to that guy? That's the right reaction to that. If you're going to do the same, I'm not going to second to you. What you said, I'm going to say something. If you say one word, I'm going to say two words. Right? That's what people do. Both are foolish. Argue each other. Maybe going to fight and beat each other, kill each other, going to jail. But if someone get angry badly and nasty word and keep saying to you, you keep listening and you go away. That guy is, whatever he said with him, it's never come to you. That's what Buddha said. And he was happy about that, Buddha's reaction. And once, another Dhananjani Sutta, and he's a Brahmin. His wife is Buddhist. She is very devoted to Buddha. He always keeps saying, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Worthy One, Fully Enlightened One. All the time, in the day and night, in the morning, day, night. That Brahmin, this woman is annoying me. He always saying Buddha's the qualities. Why keep revered to Buddha always? I'm going to Buddha, argue with Buddha. In that time, people keep going to argue each other. That's the competition. Very weapons those days. They are very skillful ones. He came to argue with Buddha. And he argued and asked some question of the Buddha. And Buddha answered to him. Kinsu chetva sukhan seti, kinsu chetvana sochati. And he asked, what having cut can sleep well? And what having cut, not having grief? And kissas ek dhammas vadang roches gotamu. Then his question was, having cut one thing, who can sleep, having cut what? What having cut can sleep well? And Buddha said, Khodan chetva sukhan seti. Having cut the anger, having cut off the anger, then can sleep well. Right? If you're angry, you can sleep well. Then do metta before you're going to sleep. Khodan chetvana sochati. Having cut off the anger, ill will, never going to grieve. Khodasu visa mulasa maduragasa brahmana. The khoda, anger have the roots with poison. Khoda, the anger has its poison roots. Sweet branches, end of the branches called. The fruits could be sweet. Someone having anger, then do something and he going to happy idea something to him, very bad things, but he become happy. Something like that, who have the anger with the roots of poison, and he going to enjoy that. But vadang arya pasansanti tanghi chetvana sochati. But Buddha says, cutting off the anger, ill will, then he going to freedom, and he never going to sorrow and grief. And that sutta is also going like that, verses, and then he was happy about Buddha's teaching too. There's another, yes.
It's Bhante. Can you repeat, the plow represents what? What does the plow represent? Wisdom?
No. In this, no. It's a flower of it's called Madhuragasa. The end of the branches, it could be the tenders or maybe fruits, sweet. You gotta read it, I can't explain
No,
it.
for this one today, the farmer, the Buddha said, you said the plow represents wisdom? Yes?
Yeah, earlier one.
Yes, that's
Yeah, a
what-
plow.
the
Yes,
plow represents
yes,
wisdom?
plow. Yes, plow
And
is the
there's
wisdom.
3 types of wisdom?
Hmm?
Did you say there were 3 types of wisdom?
That's it's come from another sutta, the Buddhism explaining 3 types of wisdom.
And what were those wisdom?
It's a learning, wisdom come through the learning. Second wisdom come through the thinking. And third wisdom come through meditation.
And then the last is, he said, who finishes this plowman's work, from all dukkha will be free. So wisdom is required to free from suffering for enlightenment.
Yeah, wisdom helps for that. Wisdom prepare the land.
You said the second wisdom was most important?
No, most important thing is the wisdom come through the meditation.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let me finish it. Before finish, let me explain another one more thing and come through the Theri Gata. Theri Gata, there was the young lady called Rohini, and she was very happy about Buddha and keep praise to Buddha and keep singing about Buddha, and then very nicely, and then her father said, Samanati hoti supi samanati patibhujyati. When you go into sleep, you talking about your Buddha, the monks. And when you awake, you still keep reverent veneration to them, the monks, Buddha and the monks. You looks like a nun. And she said, and he asking, How could you happy about them? Akama kama alasa. They are do nothing. The monks do nothing. They don't like to work. Alasa, very lazy. Look at it. And paradatupajivino, they are living by taking from others. They don't earn. How do you be happy about like them? They are akama, not like to work. They are lazy and they are paradatupajivin. They are depends on others. They begging from others. Asansuka sadhukama. Kenate samanapriya. They always like that. Then how do you happy about them? Then Rohini, the father said to her daughter Rohini, why are you so happy about those kind of lazy, not working beggars? And she said, Kamma kama analasa, they are like to work. They are analasa, they are very effort diligent. They are not lazy. Kamma said, Tashakaraka, they do the greatest work. They do the best work, greatest work. Ragan dosam pajahanti, teme samanapya. They like to work, they like to do, they're not lazy, they are very effortful, and they do the greatest hard, very difficult work. And then by doing that, they ragan dosam pajahanti, lust, anger, ignorance, they eradicate by doing that. Therefore, they are pleasant to me. They do the same thing. She's explaining they do the same thing. They meditating and they keep effort, never giving up, keep practicing and meditating under the trees, in the forest, on the empty houses, and they're not indulging with the shows, videos, TVs, and the musicals. They just dedicated to their practice. They like to work. They're not lazy. From the awakened, they're going to sleep with mindfulness, waking up. When you walk, walking mindfully. When you're looking at mindfully, and when you're sitting, standing up, they do all things with mindfulness. They keep practice. They're very diligent and heedful until accomplish the get rid of the craving, anger, ill will, and they become freedom. Therefore, I love them. And her father was happy too. It's also going so on and so on. This is the teaching for today. Any questions so far? For last.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Are you going to be here next Saturday?
No, I'm not here for next Saturday. Actually, this class I will be again on in May to start, but in Michael going to the help you with meditation and discussion in February. March.
2nd, I'm coming back.
The first Saturday in March, I think.
Yes.
First Saturday in March. But we don't have Saturday class from today to until March.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Tuesday?
Tuesday classes still we do have Tuesday class when Mangal will come to teach. Yeah. Yeah, but I keep teaching you more than 2-3 years,
Yeah.
and then I think you got to learn something,
did.
and now you can use them.
Yeah.
Your daily practice, meditation, and keep reading and learning, studying, and keep practicing meditation. Don't give up. Keep practicing. We learned the meditation just 2 minutes in every day. 2 minutes every day. Just 2 minutes every day. Just 2 minutes. What's that?
Nothing.
Metta meditation. The metta meditation. Just 2 minutes every day. Just 2 minutes.
Is the monk going to come here on the Tuesdays?
Tuesday, yes. Next Tuesday. I'm here for next Tuesday.
No, after that is Mangal.
Yeah, he's coming in every Tuesday.
I won't be here either. I'm going away.
Yeah, keep coming here and keep coming here. And March we're going to start the Saturday meditation. We start March. You will get the email by Michael, and then please keep coming, and then you keep coming. Then when I come, you here already.
Michael's an expert.
Yes, and we're going to have that. And yes, then we're going to share the merits with departed ones. Whatever we met by meditating and listening, discussing Dhamma, we accumulated merits. We're going to share these merits with departed ones and ghosts and gods. May all living beings share these merits. By sharing these merits, may they be free from suffering and attain to enlightenment. By the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, by the power of these merits, you and your family members be happy, be healthy, live long, happily and peacefully. May no afflictions come to you, you may be safe and free from, we will be able to attain to enlightenment. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu sasanang chirang rakkantu desanang chirang rakkantu mang parang sabbhitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and
Thank
I
you very
appreciate your little donation to our donation box. I think you.
Thank you, Master Subodha.
Thank you so much for your coming and attending to the class. Shashi, thank you so much for coming.
Did anybody else want
You're
to
welcome.
make a donation?
You can offer me now. You can offer me now. You can offer me. You offer it. You can do it. You offer it now. Can't wait.
He's